On this episode of Nerdy Dating, we react to a guy sending a lady date receipts after she asks him to split the bill. We dive into some Reddits and break down some people's questions regarding long-term, open to short, and what are they doing wrong on dating apps. And then we talk about why do men date unattractive women, and if there's such a thing as unattractive hunting. I know that's a weird thing to say, unattractive hunting. But anyway, stick around this episode of Nerdy Dating. We'll talk about that and more. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Nerdy Dating. I am your host, Zakka, and let's hop right on to in this episode. So this first topic here is talking about the splitting the bill conversation. I've been listening to Nightcap with Shannon Sharp and Chad Ochocinco, also known as Chad Johnson, and they actually reacted to a video that I was listening to prior to it getting on their show by Joy Taylor. And Joy Taylor is a talk show host, and she does a lot of other stuff in the sports industry. Well, she has a show with her and a girl named Taylor Rooks. I'm sorry if I messed up her last name. But they were talking about a friend of Joy's who got herself in a particular situation regarding splitting the bill. And I'm just going to play it to let you guys hear their reaction to everything. I might skip it because I went and found the actual video. There's a clip on it on Instagram that Joy Taylor podcast, Too Personal, didn't do it right. It actually made Joy seem like in a bad light. So I'm gonna go get the actual clip and play the actual clip. And now I might skip through it because there's some filler that Joy's telling her story with, but here we go. But I'll play it now.
But it got close to a friend of mine's home. It was in their home. The splitting the bill conversation. What do we do? The men, do we pay for the men? When do we pay for the men? It has happened. It broke my heart because, Taylor and I pride ourselves on these not being our problems. And to be clear, they still are not my problems. But a friend of mine is on her dating journey. Okay. And she went out with a man twice. They had lovely dates. He paid for everything, wined and dined. Okay. 2 dates. On the third date, they spent a day together, ordered a bunch of things, had some drinks, had a good time. Really long day. So pretty significant bill. Let's call it a couple $100.
Okay.
Because she had to put her card down for this particular place. So when they went to pay, he was like, your card is down. And now she didn't speak up and ended up paying for the bill. They had plans for another date. He texted her the next day and was like, hey, I had a great time with you, but, I don't really see a long-term future with you. And so I don't really want to waste either of our times. I think you're great, but, I don't want to keep our date for next week that we had planned, which I think is very respectable. Most people just ghost. So whatever. So she's talking to me about it. She's like, but he did stick me with the bill. I was like, what are you talking about, stuck you with the bill? How did you leave paying? She's like, oh, I just froze. So I was like, just text him and say oh, okay, well, cool. Thank you for saying that, whatever. Had a great time too. It's 3 dates. It's not the end of the world. You don't even know this person. But here's your split for Saturday. There's no possible way you he thinks that she's just paying for his presence.
Yeah, at minimum, just a split. Just can you send me your split?
If Taylor and I go to dinner, we split the bill. We got credit cards.
We split it.
Split the bill. That's it. And then we go about our day. Because Taylor ate and I ate, and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not complicated. He got upset, did not send her the split, and in fact went and sent her the receipts for the last 2 dates.
Basically saying I got the last 2 dates, so this one's on you.
This one's on you. 3 dates. Now listen.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna let you.
No. What are your thoughts?
So it's tough because I just already think this who pays for what with the dates is so just I just like don't even always even have a point of view on it because it just feels so ridiculous. And my honest answer is I see both sides of these things. Like, I see him saying, I paid for like 2 of the dates. Maybe it was your turn to pay for the date. I believe in splitting things. I'm not saying that a woman doesn't need to be wined and dined. Like, if a man is courting you, there's a part of taking you on dates and making you feel good and important and beautiful, making you feel taken care of. When I'm going on these dates, like, I am expecting that aspect of it. That's not what I'm saying. But if you are no longer going to be dating a person and you already paid for 2 dates, the idea of feeling as though you need to, show your love in that way kind of diminishes once you're no longer going to be dating that person.
Right, but he didn't pay for his half.
I'm just saying he would say, well, she didn't pay for her half.
Right, but the halves that she didn't pay for were with the intention of the courting and the taken care of part.
Right, but I'm saying now, but you're saying, but why is she paying for his?
Correct.
Yes, and that I agree with. That I agree
even
with.
This date, he asked for. Like, he asked her out. So even this date was your plan.
So when he sent the receipts and she was like, I'm just asking you to pay for your half, which is very fair and like something I would also do. Like, you need to at least pay for your side. What did he say?
So after, I don't know, after the receipts, everyone's been blocked and we've all moved on with our lives. But I guess my shock is one, like, the men are actually out here doing this. And I owe an apology to the girlies because I have been dismissing your experience and that's wrong of me. And as much as I like being right, I can admit when I'm wrong. I did not think the men were actually in real life out here doing this.
I thought this was a myth.
I thought it was a myth. I thought
this was like Bigfoot or like Loch Ness Monster.
Where's the evidence? And we would have seen this if this was happening. And I have to apologize to the girls out there. I did not know that the men were out here moving like this. And it's I just couldn't absorb that this actually happened because
for sure
not broke, okay, by any means whatsoever. Okay. He has money, he has a good job. He, by all accounts, was just a normal man out dating in the world. Like, nothing, he doesn't need to be fed. Like, he doesn't need a roof over his head, any of these things. So there's just no actual natural built-in excuse for this other than, I guess the roles have changed. I guess the men are out here moving like this. And I'm cool with this, actually. I'm with Taylor. Like, I will split the bill. I will pay for the bill. When we're together. If we're together, we're together. Like, you don't need to pay for everything I do. Of course
during
not.
the initial process, I don't know.
Because this is my opinion about this. And again, everyone can move how they want to move. I don't need to aspire to this. This is my experience. I want you to listen to me. I don't have these problems. My male friends pay for me. Men who take me out pay for me. Business people pay for me. It's not a flex.
Oh, that's good.
Like, if we're going to bend these, which I'm for, I'm with it.
Yeah.
We can't keep talking about women like this. Y'all out here doing the same thing. You can't do it. We can't do it. We can't be talking about these women are scamming for meals. Y'all are scamming for meals. I can't do it. We have to keep the same energy, guys. I'm with it. If y'all want to be kept men, okay? If y'all want to be wined and dined, please believe we have to act the same. We have to act accordingly.
My true, honest reaction when I hear these things is I cannot imagine dating anymore. It's a thing that I can't imagine. I can't imagine being out here in these streets anymore. I can't imagine not just having found the person because these stories are like,
Taylor, I'm telling you, like, we have had, you and I have had
never want to be single again.
You and I have had these conversations. Like, I can't believe these things are happening. And again, I can't say it's an outlier situation because this is clearly happening. But I want to, just encourage people that there are men out there who are not doing this. I assure you.
Totally.
But that's how I would have played it. One, I would have asked, am I paying for this? Which is fine, but we're not dating anymore. And the thing about it for me is, like, it's not about if I can pay for it or your expectations to pay for it. For me, my time is literally money. So if you're on my schedule, you're on my calendar, which I have an assistant that manages, that time slot is either for rest and relaxation. It is for my friends who have already been vetted as fun and valuable to my life. It is for my family, or it is for money. So if you're not in any of these categories, which you haven't fit in yet, then
all right, I'm gonna stop her right there. So I want to give Joy her full point of view versus the clip that gets put. You can find the clip on Instagram, and it is not giving Joy the best view when it comes to this. And when it comes to podcasts, you take clips and you put them on Instagram and you TikTok to get the views, and hopefully somebody goes listen to the podcast and get the whole thing. But I wanted to give the actual podcast its due diligence to explain where they're coming from, because this situation here, Joy's like, oh, men are moving like this. Men want to be wine and dine and want their time covered and want women paying for their presence, which that's a horrible way to look at dating. If you're looking at it where a man is paying for a woman's presence, like the only reason why he's taking her out on a date is so he can pay for her presence. It's like a transaction, which dating shouldn't be transactional. Dating, it should be getting to know somebody and seeing if you guys, whatever your intention is dating is for. Now, your intention is dating is to hook up and have fun, and you can have fun, not hook up, but your intention is to hook up and just something casual. Go for it. But your intention is to look for an actual partner and find a partner and somebody to see you're worth having a companion with for the next 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years. Then paying for somebody on a date shouldn't be like, oh, you're paying for my time. It shouldn't be transactional. It should be purely for the point to see if this person matches best for you and compatible with you, where you can say, you know what, I can spend the next 10 years with this person, the next 20 years with this person, next 30 something 40 years with this person. And marriage, I ain't talking about marriage, I'm talking about just companionship, living life together. So the whole, he think that she's paying for his time, so that's why, he's not paying for the bill, he's paying for his half. Here's a thought process with this. One, third date. Her car got put down for a place. How did her car get put down for a place? Did she take the reservation? Did she make the reservation? Was she under intentions when she put her card down that, hey, you're paying for the date, or, hey, I got this, I'm gonna go and get the reservation? Like, how did her car get put down? And then before the people decide to run the car, the restaurant decided to run the card, did she not have a conversation with him saying, hey, are you covering this bill, or who's covering this bill? She didn't say anything. So her friend in this situation is actually, whether right or wrong, is not in the right. The friend's actually in the wrong for not speaking up. If she wasn't going to pay, she said, hey, I'm not using my card for this. Can we use, we're paying with another option. And then just let's say that. That dude would have to pick that card up if he was going to pick it up, or he would look at her and be like, I didn't pick this spot. You picked this spot. So how did her card get down for a reservation? That's what I want to know, because I have made reservations at places, and I had to put my card down, and my card's the one getting ran. I'm the one paying for the bill. If I made a reservation, I had to put my card down to something, I'm the one paying for the bill. So how did her card get put down? And then the after fact is the other point here. If they're going to date 4, would she even ask him for his half? If they're going to date 4 and he's going to go pay for the next date, would she even ask him for his half? They didn't go to date 4 and all of a sudden she wants her money back. She's like, hey, can you pay for your half? Now, granted, he is being petty for, not paying for his half. And I think that's just in that situation. If a girl did it to me, I'm like, sure, here's my half of the date, no big deal. But he looked at it and said, hey, I paid for the first 2 dates, and here's the X amount of money. And what Joy said, like, they have money. So I'm going to assume that these dates weren't cheap. Let's say they at least over $100, $200 dates. So if he paid for the first 2 dates, let's say he spent $400 for, or $100, let's say he paid $200 for both dates. And now she is paying for the third date, a couple $100 as well. the fact that he sent the receipts for the first 2 dates, like, yeah, that's petty. That is petty. She should just take that L. She was like, instead of ask for a date, because I wonder if the date was moving on to date 4, would she even ask for it? I doubt it. But to say men are out here moving this way, it was date 3. Now, first dates, if the guy's not paying for a date, that right there, ladies, you know right there and there that he's not the one for you. You're somebody who wants somebody to pay on the first date, and they show that they're not going to pay, then you know right then and there they're not the one for you. Now, are there men who have had women pay for them on the first date? Yes. Are there dates where women go half and half? Yes. That happens. That has happened. I've had women on dates who's like, hey, can't pay for my half. I have got to the point where I just say, I got it, and then they want to push more, or the lady say, I got this. I'm like, well, let me pay for my half. And I know I got the whole thing. I'll let her pay. But there are dates like that, yes, and that's a sign where you're courting somebody, you're getting courted by somebody, and you're like, you know what, he's not paying for his half, or he's not paying for, he's not paying for the whole first date. Fine with me. I'm not doing it. You can move on. Now, Joy says she doesn't have these problems. I get that. That's the kind of life Joy lives. But to look at somebody and say, oh, what are we are paying for each other's presence? Don't look at dates like that. That is a very horrible way to look at date. That's a horrible way. You don't want to look at dating as, oh, I'm paying for somebody's presence. That's why I'm paying for it. It's a transaction. That's the same as bad as men who's like, I'm going to take this lady on a date so I can get some sex. That's not what dating should be about. You should never expect sex on a date. Ladies, you shouldn't expect to go on a date just to get fed or get meals. She's just like, these men out here scamming for meals. It was date 3. He paid for the first 2 dates. I wouldn't consider that scamming. Now, they did say they will pay for the other person's half. They went like they're more in a relationship. I get that. But in the early stage of dating, they're like, we're not paying. Okay, that's fine. But the problem with her friend is she did it after the fact. She did it after the fact that the dude said, hey, I'm not going to continue seeing you anymore. I'm done. Then she was like, well, I want my half back. And just take that L. Take the L and say, hey, that's not the guy for me. Scamming for meals. Making date transactional, don't do that. It's a horrible way to look at dating. Dating shouldn't be transactional. Dating should be about having fun, find the right partner for you. If you're looking at the mindset of, oh, well, it's transactional. I pay for my half and he pay for his half, or I pay for this and I should be getting this. No, you're going on date. You're dating for the wrong reasons, and that thought process, you're dating for the wrong reasons. So remember that dating should be fun, transactional. Take it off the table. It shouldn't be nothing should be transactional when it comes to dating. Don't look at it like that. You'll find yourself getting ripped off by somebody who's a gold digger, or you'll find yourself dating somebody who only looks at you as value. Don't look at you as a person, but look at you as a value, and like value as in like some kind of object, and you don't want that. Not at all. All right, Reddit time. So this first one here is woman asking, what does long term but open to short means on Hinge? And she said that the dude profile had, like, he's looking for marriage, looking for long term, but his settings were set for long term, open to short. And she was confused, and she didn't understand why he got mad at her when she called him out on it. So she has deleted the post, but I ended up keeping the screenshots of the text messages here, and this is what she put in here. Like, this is the text conversation they had. So I'm gonna open up with what she said. If you're looking for a long-term relationship leading to marriage, why are you open to short? LOL is what she said. He goes, define short in your words. She says something casual. He refers back to, well, it depends, long-term or short. Knowing someone still takes time and to see where things are headed. Then she responds back, you're open to finding casual partners? LOL. And he says, did I say that? Partners, more than one? No. I want a partner, not partners. If that's what you're looking for, then that's a different story. Then she responded with, someone who is long-term but open to short appears in non-serious to me. So I was wondering what you meant by that. Then he refers back to, well, he responds back to, what does it say on my profile? It states what I'm looking for, right? And out of all of that, one thing you focus on. And besides, your profile doesn't even say anything along those terms. So what are you looking for? That's the bigger concern and question. She responds with, yeah, it doesn't line up with what you're right. You want to be monogamous with short-term person intentionally, which would waste time from finding a long-term partner, ? I'm looking for something serious only, nothing short-term. Thank you for asking. And then he responds with, asking? You don't even have anything on your profile stating you want long term, and you here asking me and laugh to short term. You need to get your profile story straight before putting yourself out here. You're 30 and can't get that right. There's something wrong with you then, which didn't need to insult her, but then she responds with, now you're being insulting over what reason? ? Man, you get really offended really easily. Your profile makes no sense that you'll be looking for marriage and something long-term yet open to short. You're looking for monogamy and marriage and open to short. And then that's it. That's the end of the conversation. So with this one, where she went wrong, I guess I should answer her question on what this long-term open to short means. Long-term open to short means on a dating app, it means that the person is looking for a long-term partner, a long-term companion, but in the meantime, while he's looking for that person, if he meets somebody and he's okay talking to him for a few months and see where things go and see how the relationship forms and then realize, hey, the relationship isn't for me, he's going to say, I'm out. I'm going to dip. I'm not going to sit around and, try to prolong this because I'm open to a long-term relationship. So he's saying he's looking for a partner, but while things don't work out here and there, he's quick to say, hey, this ain't work for me. I'm done. 2 dates, 3 dates, 4 dates, I'm out. Hookups here and there, cool, it's fine, but I'm out if I don't see a long-term future with you. So he's looking for long-term, but open to a short-term relationship. For her, she says short-term is casual. Okay, that's a prerogative. What she didn't need to do, though, is question him on that. He says in his profile, in his bio, he has looking for marriage. Now, there are some women on dating apps who don't want marriage. So instead of just saying that, like, oh, I'm looking for marriage as my intentionality, like the when it comes to selecting what you're looking for on Hinge, instead of just putting on there looking for marriage, that could cut out, over half of have your prospect you're looking to date, looking to meet. So he said long-term, open to short, but long-term is first. So long-term, and maybe he's not, and he did say he's looking for marriage in his profile. So I can't say maybe he's not, but he is looking for marriage in his bio once he put that in there. But he's looking for long-term, but if it doesn't work out long-term, he's okay with short. So you meet a girl and the girl say, you know what, I'm looking for casual, looking for short. He's like, all right, I'm cool to hang around here while I continue swiping on the apps and find the person I want to date. So for her, if she's not down with that, she obviously should not match with him. But instead of calling him out on it and say, hey, what are you looking for? And then she doesn't have anything in her profile that says what she's looking for. Therefore, she's not being intentional and she's hiding what she's looking for too. Because you can do that on your profile. You can hide a few things. So if she's hiding that, not making that visible, and he's like, well, she's cute, I'm going to swipe right. And she found out like, okay, well, I think he's hot. So she matched with him versus looking to his profile first and saying, yeah, I'm not about that, and left swipe. So if she's not about it, she shouldn't message him and ask, what are you looking for? That's one thing you should never do on a dating app, because somebody can lie right off the bat what they're looking for on a dating app. To find out what somebody's about, get them in person, get on a date, see what they're about, ask them what they are looking for in person. They'll tell you what they're looking for in person, and then watch how they move, how they navigate. But to sit there and look at somebody's profile and be like, oh yeah, they open to long term, open to short. He can say he's open to marriage, put marriage as his first thing, and then turn around and talk to you on 3 dates, hook up with you, and then leave. So at least he's being somewhat honest about what he's going to do and what his intentions are. So you don't be shocked when date 4 rolls around and he's no longer talking to you. Just saying. But yeah, short term, long term, open to short just means that like this person is looking for a long term partner. But if the person he's talking to say, you know what, I'm looking for casual, or I'm not really about a long-term partner, he was like, well, okay, I'm cool with talking to you for a little bit. I'm down with the short term while I'm looking for somebody longer. Like he's 100% will be down for that. All right. Next one. Dating apps kind of garbage. Garbage. So just a bit of a baseline. I'm 29 years old. I'm just curious on how many have had luck with dating apps. I've tried Bumble, Tinder, Plenty of Fish, and that one with the ghost icon thing with zero luck. Ghost icon. Snapchat? Snapchat's not a dating app. I've been single since COVID and have started as I haven't had one date out of the apps, and I've even tried speed dating. And if I get matches on there, I never get responses or ghosted. Just feels I'm wasting my time with them. I'm not by any shot saying girls seem to want to have a gold mining beach body man, because I know guys are just as bad, but I like this, but like he's running his sentences together. This is kind of making me lose hope with any form of dating. So dating apps kind of garbage. No, they're not garbage. It's okay. You're making matches, but what are you opening up with? Are you opening up with, hey, hello, hi, how you doing? Are you just open up with those simple openings? Then you're not going to get responses. Now, if you are trying to get to talk to know somebody, talk about their profile, talk about something they're doing, put something in the bio, whatever. Put in their bio, respond to that. If they said they enjoy reading, then ask what kind of books they like to read. Open up a conversation with them that's not just, hey, hello, how you doing? And then from there, once you start getting a conversation back and forth, then you can get off the apps. I guarantee you're probably getting likes, but you're probably not, you're not looking at the profile that liking you. You're probably like, well, I don't like this girl. She looks this. I don't like that, so I'm not swiping on her. Okay, that's fine. Set your profile up how you want to set it up. One, make sure you have a good face picture. Make sure you have a picture where you're not covering your face wearing glasses and stuff like that. Like there's so many things that guys do on dating apps that can cause them to not get good dates and get good matches. Pictures with your face covered, pictures with you not smiling, pictures with you by yourself sitting in your car, sunglasses on. Like those pictures are not going to get you matches. You need to have pictures with you smiling, picture by yourself, full body picture, picture with your friends, picture you doing an activity, and you're just that baseline right there will set you up and have a bio. So if you now have a bio and you're looking like a blank, profile and just have nothing in it, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time finding dates. But dating apps are not garbage, they're just a tool. It shouldn't be the end all. You should be out there looking for people in real life too, but it's just a tool. All right, next one. What makes you want to take care of your significant other? Question for men. So I've been ruminating over my past experiences with men, and I concluded why they never worked out for me. I didn't feel cared for in the relationship and ended up giving them up because they didn't fulfill my idea of what a relationship should be like. Ooh, be careful with that one, because your idea of relationships is not reality. I realized they never quite reached the level of care I need / crave in a relationship. Oh, we have to get an example here. For example, I like to think of ideas for dates or hold their things if they need to tie their shoes or text them throughout the day in a way that makes them feel heard. Asking about things they mention or worry them, sharing ideas, etc. Sort of random little things that would make someone feel like someone is thinking of them, and for them sometimes. I feel like I've never fully gotten that return to me. I just want to feel looked after sometimes. And it seems to come naturally with my girlfriend. We always ask after each other, have foresight for each other, needs, and adjust accordingly. I know there have to be guys out there that do something similar, so I was wondering where you guys were at and what makes you want to take care of your significant other. This comes from a place where I know I've dated men who simply weren't for me or that into me. I have never had an interest in micromanaging someone else's behavior towards me, and I'm okay with taking my time to find someone who would look out for me in the ways I want. So I'm really curious about what made you really invested in someone else's well-being. I'm hoping something clicks in me and makes the right choices for myself and using your thoughts. So how to get somebody to take care of you, or pretty much take care of your significant other. Yeah. Investment, time, effort. If I really care about this person, I'm going to invest that much into them. If I truly care about them, I want to make sure they're, I add value to their life. I'm going to do the best I can to make them feel better. Now, it comes down to what kind of person they are. If you talk to somebody who's like, yeah, I wasn't really into touchy feeling, I'm not really into acts of service, it's not my love language, then you might find somebody you might date somebody who's like, okay, well, that person's not for me. Their acts of service, their love language is not acts of service. I'm not going to talk to them. That's not going to work for me. Or quality time, that's not going to work for me. So for you in this situation, it'd be dating somebody whose love languages, and this is where love languages come into play, because it sounds like your love language is acts of service and quality time. You want to find somebody who share that same love language, or will be willing to give that kind of love language to make you feel, special. Because maybe the people you're dating, their way of expressing love is not the same way you express love. You stated you like to express love by holding somebody's stuff, reaching out to them while they're, seeing how they're doing, checking in upon them. Maybe the dudes and texting is not really a good thing. Like, calling would be better, but you like to text and see how their day goes. Okay, well, one, are you meeting guys who like text messaging for them is not that big of a deal. They don't like texting. Or not that they don't like texting, they just don't put that much stock into texting. Texting is not their form of communication. Talking on the phone or talking in person is probably their form of communication. Their love languages. Maybe their love language isn't acts of service. Their love language could be gift giving, or it could be physical touch or quality time. So you have to see what their love language are and just come down to a conversation on dates. Ask them, hey, what's your love language? And see what they know their love language is. See what they know, how they like to give love and how they like to receive love. And then let them know, like, hey, I like to receive love in this sense. This is how I like to give love. And you have to be communicative about that. You have to be open, have a conversation about that. You just can't assume that guy's going to read your mind and be like, yes, she loves acts of service. Oh, yeah, I can think that right now. No. You have to be open and say, I like to receive love this way. I like to give love this way. Acts of service. I like to hold people's stuff. I like to be there. I like to be the rock that you can lean on when things get rough. I'm that guy. I'm that girl. That's what I like to be. You have to say that. Express that. And relationships, they're not easy. So you have to communicate, and communication and having somebody who be willing to pick that up with you as well and be like, you know what, I'm going all in. And how do you find out? Dating and asking questions during the dating process. You ask those questions, you'll learn right then and there where this person's acts of service is like, or where their love language is acts of service, or they're willing to give acts of service as a love language and be that rock, just like how you're gonna be that rock for them. Next one, using dating apps for the first time, my experience. I want to start off by saying I'm a guy. I downloaded Bumble, Black, HUD, which I don't know what that is, and Tinder. In the first 24 hours, I got over 20 likes on 20 likes on Black. HUD, I got 1. Tinder, I got 1. And on Bumble, I got 3. I live in a big city in the US. I used 3 face pics, which were just okay. I paid for Black, Bumble, and HUD. I was curious to see who liked. I feel like I'm invisible now. Since then, I haven't really gotten any likes. Is this how dating apps work? LOL. You're not using all the dating apps. You literally just said you only have 3 face pics. That's not how you make a good, successful profile. Dating apps about algorithms. They're about setting up the profile. You have to put effort into your dating app. If you don't put effort into your dating apps, you're not going to have successful dating on dating apps. Just saying. Ladies can get away with it. Ladies can get away with it because guys, we're just so... Guys, we're so visual creatures. We literally, you put a cute face up there and a cute body pic and dudes gonna be swiping right all day long. When it comes to the men's perspective, the men's side of dating apps, ladies are not just swiping right on a cute face. They're just not. That's why you only got 3 likes. You're not gonna get a bunch of likes like that. And you're paying for it. if you're gonna pay for it and you live in a big city, I don't know what you consider big. I know Kansas City would be considered medium big. I wouldn't consider Kansas City a big city. I consider it medium to a medium-sized city. Like, it's not, you know, as big as New York or big as Houston or big as Philadelphia or Boston. So I wouldn't put it up there as big. But you say little big city. So let's say you live in Boston. Let's say you live in Boston. Look, you have to put more than just 3 face pics. You need at least 4 to 5 pictures. And you need a full body pic, a face pic, a picture you're doing an activity, a picture with you and your friends, because that's what Bumble's gonna push out there. Those dating apps are looking for those things. If you don't have those checks off, it's not going to push your profile. Also, your profile has to be legit, 90% or higher. If you're not complete and your profile saying it's 50% complete, 60% complete, it's not gonna push your profile. So you're paying for something that you're not even you're not getting the benefits of paying for it. You're wasting your money. So you have to max out your profile, what is required of you to put on there. If it's getting you 100%, golden. All right, next thing you do, because it's gonna boost your profile automatically. You're getting priority likes. Start swiping. But look who you're swiping on. If you want to swipe on every girl out there, swipe on every girl out there. But the profiles are gonna get boosted. Your profile is gonna get boosted based off of your profile matching the criteria that the app is looking for. If you don't have that criteria and you're paying for it, you're wasting your money. So set your profile out, max it out to 100% of everything they're requiring from you. Get more than just 3 face pics. Have a full body pic so somebody know what they're dealing with. Have a face pic of you smiling, and have an activity pic if you don't have friends to take pictures with, or you do have friends. Take a picture of you and your friends. I don't care what y'all doing, but I would make that your 3rd pic or 4th pic. But that's what's going on. So dating apps are not working for you because you're not maximizing the dating app. That's what you're doing. And you're thinking paying for it will boost you. It's gonna boost you so much. If you're not hitting the criteria those apps are looking for, it's not gonna help you out. Just saying. You're wasting your money. So fix your profile and then pay for it. All right, next one. Is he busy or giving me excuses? I'm 24 female, matched with a guy, 24 male on Hinge. We've been texting for like 6 days now outside the app. So, okay, you exchange numbers. Not the move I would go with, but it is what it is. It's been chill. I love that. He isn't flirting too much, though, and hasn't asked me out. So I did. Okay, you went for the move. Bet. Okay, I respect that. I said, hey, want to grab coffee tomorrow? All right, bet. And he said, hey, I'll let you know tomorrow morning because I might have plans with parents because it's a Sunday. Don't like that. I'm diagnosed with anxiety, so I'm overthinking it because what if he's trying to let me down easy? What if he doesn't back? If he doesn't back, is let you know an excuse because he's not interested? 6 days of just talking, texting off the app. I would say this dude, you at least know he likes you, like physically attracted to you. I would say he's probably not interested in looking for a relationship or interested in meeting you on a meeting and date. I would say that. Like, if he said tomorrow, I want to grab coffee tomorrow, and he didn't respond back with a specific time saying like, hey, I'll let you know tomorrow morning, it's coffee. You guys, he said Sunday, so I had plans with parents. Okay, well, how long are you spending plans with your parents? Are you spending the whole day? Or he can say, hey, I can't do it tomorrow, but I can do it Monday. He didn't give you any option. He just said, I'll let you know tomorrow morning. I wouldn't take any stock in this guy. I would say this dude right here is definitely about to waste your time. I would say this dude right here is definitely trying to let you down easy. If he didn't respond back the next morning, I'm curious how this goes, but if he doesn't respond back the next morning with plans, then you can just call it a wash and move on to the next guy, because this person right here is wasting your time, and he's going to hold you around as like a, in his roster to pull out when he might get lonely. But other than that, he's not 100% looking to date with you. So I would say don't waste your time on this one. Keep it moving. All right, next one before we get into TikTok videos. How to get over girlfriend wearing revealing clothes. My girlfriend likes to wear revealing clothes and it kind of kills me. She has made it clear to me that it's not for attention from other boys, but from girls and for herself. Yeah, that's what it mostly is. Because a guy would talk to a girl in a paper bag if he really wanted to. I really try to respect that, but most of the time it gets to me, and it just makes me mad knowing other boys are going to look at her butt and boobs. I don't show the anger, but it kills me. I want her to be able to wear what she wants without it making me mad, sad, and insecure. Does anyone else feel the same, and how do I get over it? We've been dating for 11 months now, and it still bothers me. How do you get over your girlfriend wearing revealing clothes? You brought it to her attention. She said she's not changing what she's wearing. Okay, look, man. The clothes do not make the person. Let's remember that. Your girlfriend like getting attention from other girls. She want to be called hot by other women. Okay, I respect that. She wants to feel hot. She wants to feel sexy. Okay, I respect that. Let your girlfriend dress how she wants to dress. Now, here's your thing. How to not feel sad, mad, and insecure. Understand and trust that she is with you and she's dating you for you, not dating you, and she's being here for you. She's with you. She's choosing you. She is choosing you. When you're dating somebody, you're choosing your partner. She is choosing you and consistently choosing you. If other guys gonna look at her, other guys gonna try to talk to her, if she was wearing a bonnet and a full dress all the way down to her knees, there will be other men who will look at your girlfriend. There'll be other men who will try to talk to your girlfriend. Just saying. No matter what she's wearing, men will try to talk to your girlfriend regardless. There will always be somebody who try to hit on your girl. Doesn't matter. That's gonna happen. That's just kind of part of dating. It's kind of part of being in a relationship. If you're afraid of somebody, talking to your girl and her not respecting you in the relationship and not saying, you know what, F off, I have a man. If you don't respect, if you can't be confident, let your girl go out and do her thing and her respecting you in your relationship and your boundary, then you probably shouldn't be dating at this point in time. You probably shouldn't be dating her until you figure out, like, okay, I'm confident enough in myself. I know who I am, and I know that she's choosing me for me. That's how you look at this. She's choosing you. She's choosing to date you. Not the little guys out there, not the dude who's ogling her across the street. No, she's choosing you, and she chooses you every single day. So that right there should give you the security and make yourself like, you know what, I'm not gonna be sad about that. I'm gonna be happy about that. And you have a hot looking girlfriend who likes to dress and revealing clothing. Look at that. The girls you're looking at on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and stuff like that, if you're one of those guys, I don't know. But if you're looking at other girls on TV, stuff like that, and they're wearing stuff like that, you're like, oh, my girlfriend won't wear like that. You have a girlfriend who does dress like that. Enjoy that. Be happy about that. Because here are two options for you. You can say, you know what, this is not working for me anymore. I want a girl who dresses, who covers up her chest, who covers up her butt, who wears, dresses down to her knees. You can go, or I guess, knees and ankles. You can go find that girl, but then don't get upset when that girl doesn't dress like your ex. Don't get upset when that girl doesn't dress with, want to change up and go out and wants to show cleavage. Don't get upset that she doesn't want to do that, because that's the kind of girl you're dating. You're kind of dating a girl who loves to show off her breasts, who loves to show off her butt. All right. Now, if that doesn't make you feel comfortable and you like, 11 months in, say, hey, I just want to date somebody who dresses, who covers up. That's your prerogative. You can say that, and you can go find that girl who doesn't dress in that manner. That's also up to you. But how to get over that insecurity, just understand that she's dating you for you. She's choosing you. She is choosing you. Nobody else. She's choosing you. So you need to be secure in that fact. It's like, hey, at the end of the day, she's with me. All you guys can try to talk to her. She's not going to leave y'all just because some dude came and talked to her. She's choosing me. And you continue to show her respect and continue to treat her like a princess, like a queen. Yeah, she ain't gonna go anywhere. And you continue to show her love and care and keep hitting her love meter, she's not gonna go anywhere. So I wouldn't put any stock in the fact that, like, oh, she's dressing this way. Now, if that's what you want, you truly want a girl who doesn't dress showing boobs, showing butts, then date somebody who doesn't do that. And you should know that just by talking to her. Don't date her. Don't go on the first date and she meet a girl on her, even her Tinder profile, on dating profile. See a girl showing her cleavage, you're like, hey, that's not for me. I'm going to date that girl. I'm going to date a girl who wear the turtlenecks. Go date the girl that wear the turtlenecks. And don't get upset when that girl doesn't show cleavage on your date. And don't go look at other women on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok who are showing that stuff. Because that's going to make your girlfriend even more insecure. So that's how you get over that. Just understand that she's dating you for you. And understand that guys going to talk to her regardless of what she's wearing. Guys will talk to anybody. They will talk to a girl in a paper sack. Matter of fact, wait till Halloween rolls around and see women who wear paper sacks and watch how many dudes try to hit on her at Halloween. Just saying. Because she's quirky and probably fun to talk to. So, just saying. All right. TikTok time. So this first one here is from Ass.Nelly. Let's see what she has to say.
There are a lot of really attractive men who choose to date objectively unattractive women. And it's because unattractive women, and yes, I know beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but you know what I'm talking about. Unattractive women are less risky. Even if this man had a beautiful woman who was not a hoe, who was super loyal and faithful and was like, here's my phone code. Some men cannot handle it when a beautiful woman gets attention from other men. It makes them feel very insecure. It makes them worried that she's going to leave them. And so dating a woman who is less attractive is just more risk averse, and it feels more safe, and it makes these men feel like they have a leg up too, because a lot of them think, oh, well, this woman's never going to find better than me. I know that's kind of messed up to say, but that is the mentality, and I know that because I coach a lot of guys. Anyways, if you were wondering, now you know. Bye.
Why do men date unattractive women? Now I never forget this. I never forget this in college. I had a friend who said, like, man, dating a really hot girl is hard. Until I wasn't in a relationship, so I was just sitting there listening to him, and it's like, what? It's like listening to a man drown of water while you're sitting in the desert dying of thirst and you're right next to each other. But he's like, dating a really attractive girl is so hard. He's like, there's so many dudes who hit on your girlfriend, man. He's like, I don't know, I have the patience for her. But he still continued to date her, and then he went and dated other women who, you know, people consider attractive. I don't know any guy I ever talked to purposely went out their way to date somebody who considered quote unquote unattractive. And I don't think men actually look at it that way. Now, she's saying she coached a lot of men who date unattractive women because they don't want to deal with attractive women. They don't want to deal with attractive women because they don't want to deal with other men, looking at their women, other men approaching their women. But I mentioned in the previous segment that a guy will talk to your girl regardless of what she looks like. So the unattractive women, so you see a guy with a woman who considered quote unquote unattractive, I'm willing to bet it's not because she's unattractive, the reason why he's staying with her. I'm willing to bet because her personality is what keeping him around. Because the fact that she's doesn't hold herself to like this certain standard where she's like, oh, I'm attractive, so I can't be goofy. I can't be fun to be around. I can't be the fun girl. I have to be uphold a certain standard or hold a certain look for whoever. In reality, like, we're not famous people. Majority of us out here are not famous. Majority of us out here are not celebrities walking around. So put on this facade that you have to uphold a certain look, or uphold a certain standard. I don't want to date a woman who's doing that. Now, the people who consider super attractive and they're not fun and goofy, and people who can take a chill pill and relax and have a good time, they're like, I wouldn't want to talk to them, care how attractive they are. So I don't know if men purposely go after unattractive women, and if you're talking to a man who's purposely unattractive women hunting, be wary of those people. There may not be people to date. Maybe people to hook up with, but not people to date. So I'll be wary of those people, ladies. But I never heard a guy tell me, dude, I'm talking to this girl because she's unattractive. The one dude who said it to me, I'll never forget this. This is like over 15 years ago. or 10 years ago, over 10 years ago, I just never forget when he said it to me. I was like, what the heck? But he's like, I'm still gonna talk to her. Like, that's not gonna stop me from talking to her. And he continued to date different women who consider attractive. But I never looked at somebody like, oh, she's unattractive. Like, I wonder why he's dating unattractive. I never looked at somebody's lady and said that. I probably just looked at them like, they probably have a fun personality, probably a good person to kick it with, not so, head stuck up their butt where they can't even take a chill pill. Like, they are fun people to be around. So I don't think men go after women who consider unattractive. I think what it is that men are dating women who are fun to be around, who have personalities, who add more than just their looks to a situation, who can be somebody you can chill and have a good time with and be a good companion, versus looking for somebody who's stuck up and somebody who's, they're super attractive, but they're stuck up and have no personality. What's the fun in that? So I don't think guys are just out here, unattractive women hunting like this lady said. But she said she dates some men. I talked to coach some men who think that way. So I'd say stay away from those guys if you're meeting men like that. Anyway, next one. This is from Brianna Berg, and let's see what she has to say.
Also, I've been thinking that we need to recap what the bare minimum is. Okay. The bare minimum is a good morning text. The bare minimum is a call at the end of the day. The bare minimum is taking you on dates. The bare minimum is getting flowers every once in a while. The bare minimum is complimenting you. Okay. The bare minimum is being nice to you. The bare minimum is being a loyal partner. The bare minimum is being honest with your partner. Okay. That's all the bare minimum, babe. Just in case you forgot.
I know she's trying to say like what the bare minimum is, but the bare minimum is actually different from each person. For example, the flowers one. I know some women who do not want to get flowers. They just like, that's not me. I'm not a flower person. But I will love to receive a book. I would love to receive, a hug. I would love to receive a touch or something like that. Like there's different people who have different requirements with bare minimum. What it comes down to is speaking to what your standard is, and sticking to that standard, sticking to what that goal is for you. If you're somebody who like, you know what, I need somebody who cuddles me, then that's your minimum. You want somebody who cuddles you, whether that's cuddling you 3 times a week, 2 times a week, wherever it is. You're like, I want a partner who cuddles me. I want a partner who holds my hand. You notice she didn't say anything physical in there at all. There's nothing physical in there for her. That's her minimum. Her bare minimum, she wants flowers every once in a while. Her minimum is that she have open communication, stuff like that, which open communication should be there for everybody. That honest, trustworthy communication should be there for everybody. A text, they know you're thinking of them. A phone call. Like, those things, it depends on what your minimum is. And also, kind of keep in mind, when you're dating multiple people, or going from relationship to relationships, taking time between relationships, what might work in your previous relationship might not work in your next relationship. How one person moves in this relationship here might not move in the next relationship. So don't try to hold, the last relationship, this is what they wanted, so that means the next relationship is going to be the same thing. No, people are different, and you're interacting with different lives. So have that conversation with your partner, what their bare minimum is, and what your standard is. If you're meeting somebody who's like, they don't open the doors for me, all right, I'm not going to talk to that person. That's just not what I want. Somebody who open doors. But also, you're somebody who like, I don't need somebody to open my door, and this person keeps trying to open the door for me. I'm not going to accept that. I can open my own door. Like, what is your bare minimum? And hold that standard. What's your standard? Stick to that. Don't let somebody else tell you what the standard should be when you have your own standard. Now, don't be like ridiculously like, oh, well, the bare minimum they mean to make $100K. That's ridiculous. You don't need to be that crazy. But how they make you? How they make you feel? How they make you? They make you feel like a special person. Do they add value to your life? Or are you sitting there frustrated and wondering, what this person's doing all the time? If you're doing that, you're probably not in a good relationship to begin with. But you're like, this person makes you feel special. The person adds value. This person's fun to be around. All right, I'm keeping that. So what's your standard? What's your standard? And you should stick to that when it comes to dating, and find a partner who matches that standard, who matches those values. Don't look at somebody else's bare minimum and be like, all right, I need to match mine to that, because that might not make you happy. What makes that person happy might not make you happy. Just keep that in mind. All right, next video here. Asking questions you don't actually want the answer to. And this is from Hannah.Matoria. Let's see what this is about.
Oh.
I agree. Okay, let's talk about our past. Like, tell me everything that you did before me when you were single.
My past?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get mad or anything.
Nah, I don't think that's a good idea.
No, it'll be fine. Like, what did you do? Like, would you flirt with girls at the bar? Would you, like, dance with them all gross and stuff? Like, what?
You know what? Yeah, I did do those things. Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that, like, my stomach hurts all of a sudden, and I think I need to go home, so.
See, I knew you would get mad.
You know, that is a reaction video and that's someone playing a skit. That is true, though. That can happen. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to or you don't need the answer to. I heard another TikTok with a girl. The boyfriend asked the girl, how come you don't ask me about my past? And she was like, I don't need to compete with your past. I'm trying to date you. I don't need to know what your past relationship is about. I don't even know what you did in your past. I don't need to know that stuff because I don't need to have that competition. She's like, I'm cool just being naive on where I'm at. So the same thing, like, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. You can't handle the answer to. The fact that there is somebody before you. Understand that. There's somebody, when you're dating, think there's always somebody before you. Whether you're in college, where you're in high school, they had a crush before you at one point, and maybe try to talk to that crush. So keep that in mind. So especially in your 20s and 30s and 40s, understand that person you're talking to had a past prior to you. If they have kids, they definitely know they had a past. You don't need to guess that. You know there's a past. But then you don't need to try to compare yourself to that person's past. Don't be like, oh, how could you do this with somebody else and not do it with me? If you want to do something with your partner, ask your partner, and so you can do that and have that experience with your partner. Don't be like, well, your partner, you used to do this, and this with these people. How can you do this with me? I'll never forget one of my past experiences. I met a girl who, prior to dating me, she had a partner and she slept with that partner. When it came to dating me, she was like, you know what? I'm actually holding myself for marriage now. She made that pact to herself. I respected that. I never once threw in her face like, how dare you not sleep with me because you slept with your ex? Like, what? Like, that ain't make any sense. I respected her where she stood with, and I made sure that, hey, we're not going to have sex. Sex is off the table. We can cuddle, we can hug, we can sleep in bed together, but we're not having sex. Just letting you know. Because you made a pact with yourself and you made a goal that you're waiting to marriage. Now, in that relationship, I learned that I can't wait for marriage. Just who I am. But I respected her for that. And I made sure she stuck to that. Now, do I know to this day she stuck to that? I don't know. Not my prerogative. But I didn't look at her past and say, you did this with your past partners. How come you're not doing this with me? No, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to judge my partner based off their past. They're dating me. We're dating the present. So keep that in mind. All right. Last one here. And this is from Young Jeff _95. That's what he said. Did I do something wrong?
So I've been dating this girl for like 4 years, right? And she just recently broke up with me because she said I got her a low effort gift. In this basket that I created, right, there was this Victoria's Secret body spray. I got her some shoes from Skechers. I got her a matching shirt that said Skechers on it as well. I got her some underwear from Target and then some Adidas socks. They were next to each other, so I was like, why not? And then I also got her some Dove unscented soap, because you know what you can wash with that, right? And she said this was a low effort gift and I really don't care about her. After 4 years of dating, that I should just have known better, and there wasn't enough effort in that gift. And in the back of my head, I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I thought this was enough. Like, we do everything on a daily basis. Like, we show each other love on a daily basis. But she just said this gift was her final straw, and she could just tell that I didn't care about her because I put no thought into this gift. I just want y'all to tell me what you think about this.
4 years. 4 years, you said you gave her a low effort gift. I don't know if you asked her what she wanted for her birthday and she said, I don't want anything, or it doesn't matter. I don't know the pretense to that. it sounded like to me you went in and you found things that she enjoys. Apparently she loves Skechers. Apparently she loves Skechers, wearing Skechers brand. So it sounded like a few things you found that were, you know, Victoria's Secret spray, you know, a few things that you know she enjoys. And she said it was a low effort gift. Some women, that might not be a low effort gift. Some women, that might be, you know, a special gift. For her, she says low effort. I don't know what she was expecting. I don't know what she was expecting to get from you on that on her, you know, her birthday for 4 years. I don't know the conversation you guys was having. The only thing I can think of was why would this be low effort? Because if you've done this multiple times before, and she's waiting for something big and special on her 4-year birthday, or 4 years you guys dating, like this is my birthday for 4 years, I'm waiting for something huge. I don't know. Like it depends on the conversation you guys are having. Now, somebody did make a follow-up video to him that he responded to, so he has it here. So here's Young Jeff again, underscore 94, 95. I'm not keep doing that to his name. He said maybe somebody responded to him, maybe she wanted it to be a bit more personal. Like, is this stuff she actually wanted? And let's see what he says to this.
Maybe she wanted to be a bit more personal, like this is the stuff she actually wanted. Now, you know what this question has me thinking? Because if you don't know, I got broken up with after 4 years because I got my ex-girlfriend this gift of Dove unscented soap, some Skechers shoes, and a Skechers t-shirt, right? But she broke up with me. And the thing is, I always asked her what she wanted, and she always said it doesn't matter, give me whatever, or I don't even want anything at all. And like I said, I've been with her for some time, but now that I think back and sit, if I've been dealing with someone even for a year, if we've been communicating, I should be able to think about the gifts that this person actually wants. I should know what their hobbies are. I should have been paying attention to the conversations they've been having with me and just have a good idea to understand the gifts this person would want besides some goddamn Skechers shoes and a gift basket. So maybe this is on me, and maybe I just didn't care and decided to not try and use the fact that she said I didn't want anything to give her a low effort gift. Maybe I just wasn't trying hard enough because I didn't care to try. Maybe she wanted to be a bit more.
What? So now with that being said, did you give her a gift because that's what you thought she wanted? Or is it a gift that, like you said, there's a moment to say, like, I should know what her hobbies are. I should know what she's into. When you're 4 years, when you're with your partner says, I love this. Your partner says, I like this. Your partner says, I watch this. This is my things I'm into. These are my hobbies. If you don't get your partner a gift, get your partner a gift of those hobbies and things they're into. Was the Skechers for her? Or was the Skechers for you? That you like, oh, well, she would get shoes, so I don't get her Skechers. Victoria's Secret. Does she wear Victoria's Secret? Now, you did say you got her some Dove soap unscented so she can wash it. You know what? That was for you. That wasn't for her. That's where you went wrong on that. You got her something that you wanted to give, not that she actually wanted herself. Now, she did say she didn't want anything. So you was like, well, I'm going to just put some few things together and try to give her something that she might like. I get that. You was shooting in the dark. She said she didn't want anything. But this second video here tells me that you mentioned that you didn't pay good enough attention to see what she was into, that what she might like. When it comes to birthdays, especially if you've been with somebody for 4 years, even a year, you should know what that person's into, what their hobbies are, what they're about. So you're like, hey, you like massages. I know you like massages because you mentioned you like getting massages. I'm going to get you a massage. Hey, you like video games. I know you like video games because you talk about playing video games all the time. And I know the kind of video games you like playing. You like playing RPGs? I'm gonna get you a video game. You love books. You love reading fantasy books. I'm gonna get you a fantasy book. You love anime. You love Barbie. You love the Kardashians. You love NFL. You love, like, you know, I'm going down a list here, but things people love. You love bowling. You love cars. Well, all right, I'm gonna get you something you can put on your car. I'm gonna get you something you can put in your car. I can see why she said that's a low effort gift if you just got her something that you think that she wanted, but you didn't really ask her. I know you asked her, but you didn't pay attention to what she might like. The pictures she might send you. If she's sending you food recommendation, how about you cook for her birthday and give her something like maybe some a new skillet or spatula if she loves cooking, or something that she can cook with. If she loves, like, I don't know, pottery or art, a new paintbrush, new kit, a workstation, like, yeah. So I would say you didn't pay enough attention when you said that. Now, you did ask her what she wanted. She said she didn't care. I get that. But sometimes you should know what your partner's into before you get that gift. Now, I was assuming in that previous video that you knew what she wanted, and apparently you didn't. So the advice to you, what you did wrong here, that you just said it yourself, that you didn't take the time to figure out what hobbies and stuff she was into, that you can give her a gift that will relate to her hobbies and what she likes. And I say next time you give somebody a gift, don't just give somebody a gift to give somebody a gift. Give somebody a gift based on the thing that you think they're into. And with social media nowadays, you can go through and search what somebody's done. Somebody likes, somebody look at stuff. You can go to somebody's Facebook page, somebody's Instagram page. If it's public or private, they put their stories on there. Especially dating somebody, you should see what they're into. You should know what they're into, and give her a gift based on what they're into. Don't give somebody a gift because you think that's what they want, because that's what you want to give somebody. Or you will feel like somebody gave this gift to you. You'll be like, I appreciate this gift. Somebody gave it to me. You can't give gifts like that. You know what a person's into in order to give a gift. All right, guys, that's it for this episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you guys for watching. Please continue to like, share, subscribe. Please post any question you want in the comment section below. You also find Nerdy Dating on Instagram and TikTok at alizakkanerdydating. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I appreciate y'all, and keep being awesome. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. If there's another episode you want to watch, you can look at it right there. If you want to subscribe to the page and watch more content, it's down here. Also, you have a question about dating you want to put in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Or you can send me your dating question to my email of alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer your question on the next episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you so much for watching the show. I appreciate you, and keep being awesome.